Welcome to Pisces season, Aries, Sun, Moon and Ascendants. The cards are saying and the stars are saying for you, you need to be ready this time. Any opportunities that come your way, don't push them away. It's time for you to take the plunge over this time. The reading is for Aries, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. So if you're an Ascendant Aries, then Pisces is currently in your 12th house, and that is the house of Pisces. So this amplifies the energy a little more for you. So here we're looking at tapping into your intuition. It could bring a vagueness or a kind of daydreamy, not here kind of experience for you over the next Pisces, over the current few weeks, which is Pisces season. Now we also have Saturn sitting in Pisces, and that will be your 12th house. Saturn asks you to buckle down with boundaries or areas or issues around you that you have with boundaries. So where do you feel constrained? Where do you feel like you are tied down to something and you want to be free? Here we're looking at boundaries and letting go. We're also looking at being able to understand that you're more than just a physical body. So here you might have issues around and bringing to light that you need to work on more of balancing your mind, body and spirit, because you're more than just a physical body, and it's more about having open boundaries and being open to the bigger, greater downloads coming in. So I feel this very strongly for you, Aries ascendants, Aries Moon and Sun. You can also get from this reading, because we're going to be reading the tarot here as well. Now we're saying here in the tarot we have the Wheel of Fortune. That is not in reverse, that is upright. No, upright. We also have the Hierophant upright, the Four of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. Now this is saying that this is during this time there's going to be either like a second chance or something coming back around to you. So the Wheel of Fortune indicates that you will go from one to another, so it's almost like your situation will do a complete flip. And I'm also feeling a sense that it's maybe something you've been through in the past and this thing is coming back around. So whether that's a hurdle or an obstacle or an opportunity coming through for you, I feel like you need to take advantage of it this time. I feel like last time you might have been pushing things away and not going through with it, where I'm feeling because of the Four of Cups in reverse, it's saying you need to be a little bit more receptive to taking the plunge or doing something new or trying something new or whatever this is for you. I feel like you need to be more open to the energies that's around you, Aries. Now I'm also feeling here we've got the Two of Cups and it's saying about boundaries again. So here what I'm picking up here is because we have Pisces in the 12th house, your 12th house, which is the Pisces the Pisces house, and we'll also have the Two of Cups in reverse. It's showing me that you're going to be having issues with boundaries around this situation, so even boundaries with other people. So other people overstepping their boundaries, it's highlighting where there is a need to either put up a boundary or where you need to bring a boundary down. So these things are going to come to light over these next few weeks for you, Aries. I'm also feeling like you're looking at perhaps increasing your education, expanding your knowledge. Now we have Jupiter sitting in Taurus, which is your second house. Second house is all about how you feel valued, how you nurture yourself, also how you make an income. It sits here in the second house. Now for you having Jupiter in your second house, that is expansion. So Jupiter expands on ideas, it expands on luck, it's a very expansive energy. So being here in the second house for you, Aries, it's saying that you need to think bigger with whatever it is that you're going into, with opportunities. If you're applying for a job or going for a job, it's a very good likelihood that you will get it. It's almost like you've touched by luck over this Pisces season for you, Aries. But what I'm getting here in the Jupiter in the second house, it is opportunities for expansion, feeling secure, feeling self-confidence even, and it surrounds about how you make your money. So you could be feeling a little bit more confident in your own abilities or in yourself over this Pisces season. Now you have Chiron in your first house. Chiron is the wounded healer, and it asks you to take a look at the wounds that need healing, or if you've overcome some kind of wounds from past traumas, it's asking you then to teach others how to overcome these wounds themselves. So you've got this playing out in your first house, which is all about your identity. So for here, you could be, things could be coming to light around traumas of even childhood or past life, but it goes past traumas coming to light now, and these traumas have formed part of your identity because we're sitting here in the first house. So this is what's being brought to light for you. Now this will go for a little while, and this could be something that you're facing right now, and it's asking you to do some healing here and work through these issues as they come up for you. Now, reading down on your cards here, I'm seeing this big expansive energy. We have the bigger picture, so it's asking you to think bigger, go bigger, and that is your Jupiter in your second house. It's also your Saturn and your Sun in your 12th house, because this is where we are without boundaries. So this 12th house is being understanding that there's more than just our physical body, there's more than just the physical, and it's about being very expansive and open to these beautiful downloads or this beautiful energy coming in from source. And here I see you just really tapping in here with the card of the bigger picture. You can see this beautiful eagle coming down from the heavens to give a message. So here we're looking at downloads and information received. We're also looking at tapping into mystical arts here. Mystical arts is all about heightened intuition. It's a time of great magic and energy around you. So it's about really tapping into that over this next few weeks while we are in Pisces season. Again, we have the healing card here. As I mentioned, your Chiron's in your first house, which means you're needing to work through some of these past traumas that you've been through, or any kind of, and it could be physical traumas you've experienced, or it could be self-doubting traumas. It could be traumas where you don't have confidence in yourself, or you've been put down, you put yourself down. These are all traumas that all need that will need to be healed. So it's asking you to work on these. Now I'm also seeing here there's a delusion card in your spread, which is strange, it's very fitting because we are talking about Pisces season, and Pisces is about delusion. Sometimes Pisces can be a little delusional, and here on your spread I'm seeing delusion. You need to be very careful about what is real and what is not real. So where are you being fooled? Are you being fooled? Are you seeing the situation clearly? Are you living in fantasy land? Are you out there in the stars too much? Are you meditating too much? It's asking you to concentrate not only on expanding your intuition and abilities and tapping in, but be very conscious that you are mind, body and soul, and you need to work on all three. So it's asking you not to be deluded or too much in imagination and forget about your physical life as well. Pluto is in your 11th house, Aries ascendant, which means there's great transformations coming around either your friendship groups or your community, your group activities that you participate in. So there's going to be a change. You may be feeling like joining a new group. You may feel like ending a participation in something you've done for a long time. Pluto will be sitting here for 20 years, so we're talking this is our next stage that we're going into. And for you, it's the 11th house of friend groups and community. So thank you for joining me, Aries, Sun, Moon and Ascendant. I will be back with your astrology reading next month. Welcome to Pisces season, Taurus, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Now, if you're Taurus ascendant, then Saturn and Pisces is currently in your 11th house. So let's take a look at your cards, Taurus, and we'll see what's coming up for you over Pisces season. Okay, we have Justice in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, Chariot in reverse, and Death in reverse. Now I'm feeling here that you have a resistance to change going on. We also have Pluto. Pluto has gone into your 10th house if you're an ascendant Taurus, and that's going to be sitting there for the next 20 years. So that's saying that there's going to be some changes coming up around your career. So career or your public face, how you're seen by the public. There's some transformations going on here. You might find endings to situations and therefore new beginnings coming in as well. So it's going to be a whole new you in the public face or in your career. We've got lots of changes coming up for you over the next 20 years. Now I'm feeling you have a bit of a resistance to change. Perhaps you're holding back. Perhaps you're not sure that you want to take the next step for in your life progression. So it's almost like you're sitting comfortably in your comfort zone of what you're currently doing now in your career, but Pluto's forcing you to make changes, and it's deep transformations going on around you. Even though I feel the resistance coming from you, it's time now to start stepping into a new you, a new career, or looking at new avenues, even if that means retirement for some or semi-retirement. We're looking at going into the next stage of your public life. Now I am seeing here all of your tarot cards are in reverse. We we have the Justice in reverse, the Wands in reverse, the Chariot in reverse, and Death in reverse. And that's what's giving me the sense of holding back. The energy is not budging as easily as what it should be. I feel that resistance coming from you. Now, the Death card shows in reverse shows that you could be fearful. Fear could be holding you back. You're too scared to take the plunge in your career, being your transformations in your 10th house. Or you could be looking at, here we're looking at Pisces season being in your 11th house. So here it's about community, and it's about Saturn being the planet of buckling down. It's about overcoming issues around having boundaries or working through boundaries, and particularly boundaries with friend groups that I feel coming up for you, Taurus ascendant, because we have Saturn and Pisces both in your 11th house, which is your community and friend groups. And I feel like that is Pisces is all about boundaries. It's also about intuition. But I'm feeling here, which means it also could be you joining an intuition group or some kind of psychic circle, because that would also be fitting. And the Saturn in this case would be really buckling down and really getting in and taking it seriously, taking your spirituality or your psychic ability or learning new psychic abilities and skills, and really buckling down on making that one of your goals to really get more growth happening for you on your psychic side. And I feel like that's coming up over the time of the Pisces season for you, Taurus ascendants. Now, Jupiter's in your first house, and Jupiter's all about expansion and opportunities. It's also about feeling secure about yourself, and here we're talking about your identity because we're talking first house. So here it's about feeling secure and feeling expansive. Now here I'm seeing a little warning here. We have the warning card down the bottom here. The warning for you is being cautious on overindulging or overeating, because here we're talking about expansion and we're talking about you personally. So it could be, an expansion of weight. It could be an expansion of overconfidence even. There's a great deal of expansion coming up around your identity. So you need to be cautious in that way. That's what the warning card has come out to say. Now I'm feeling for you. Okay, so I'm feeling for you, you need to look at your options very carefully, and I'm feeling like a sense of struggling to achieve perhaps what you're outdated. The sense that I'm picking up here is that you seem to be struggling to achieve your goals, or feeling like progress has delayed. So whether that is like weight, as I discussed, weight issues, you feel very stagnant and that's delayed, or whether that we're talking here about, and I'm saying this because we're talking about Jupiter in the first house, which is you and your identity, so it's and how you're seen in the world. So I'm seeing here, that's why I'm saying about your physical appearance. Normally otherwise I wouldn't speak about that, but I'm seeing here there's delayed progress and it's a struggle to try and achieve your goals is what's sitting here. For others it could be for the moon, Taurus moon and Taurus sun, we could just be talking about a sense of struggling to achieve your goals and delayed progress in your areas of your goals, and perhaps you're holding back because of fear of moving forward, fear of change. But it also could be that your goals are outdated. So it's time now, especially since Pluto has gone into your 10th house, and that's your house of your public face and your career. Perhaps you need to revisit your goals and have a look at where you want to be in the next 10 years and work towards that. I feel like you're doing a little bit of reassessing to see if your goals still fit your current situation, because there's definitely some kind of delays or struggling to achieve, and that just could be because they need a bit of a shake up. They need to revisit what you really want to be doing in this life, how you want to be seen by the world, and what you want to be doing is your career. There's a little bit of a shake up going on around that situation for you, Taurus. I'm also seeing confidence here. This is the self-love card, and that talks about confidence. So for some of you it could be overconfidence because we're talking about Jupiter in the first house. Or it could be us asking you to have the confidence to go and join a new social group, because we're talking about Saturn in the 11th house and Pisces in your 11th house. So maybe you're needing a little more confidence to do that, to join a new group or participate with other people in some way. I'm feeling like you're needing to get a better balance, and I'm feeling like your balance is coming from your public face, your work, against your social activities. So there's a bit of a balance that needs to be made here. here. You need to be balancing these out a little bit more equally. And here I'm also seeing the spirit team, and the spirit team is talking about tapping into your intuition and working with your spirit team, and that is your Pisces energy, and Pisces energy being in the 11th house for you. So let's have a look at that. So the Pisces energy is sitting in your 11th house. Now, I'm also seeing, just checking you've got a very busy, your 9th house through to your 1st house is quite busy at the moment, which means there's a lot of planets currently sitting in your 9th house. 9th house is where 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th and 1st house. So this part of your chart is quite busy at the moment, Taurus ascendants, and that would be anywhere from, you know, wanting to learn more, wanting to expand your knowledge, wanted to, you know, learn through others, join communities, groups, issues and changes coming up around friends or social groups. It could also be, you know, broadening your knowledge and expanding your boundaries as far as spiritual and physical boundaries, and opening them up a little bit more and understanding that you're more than just a physical body, you're also a spiritual body here. So I'm feeling Jupiter, Taurus. Jupiter's actually sitting in your 1st house, Taurus. So it is expanding your feeling of feeling secure, feeling self-confident, as we have here, and your ability to make money as well. So that's Taurus represents making money, and so does Jupiter. So it's all about having those opportunities come to you about making money. But it's saying don't hold back. There is some issues with you holding back, and that's all your tarot in reverse. But it's also saying there's some struggling to achieve. But I feel like the energies right now, while we're in Pisces season for you, Taurus, is really heightened energy for you to overcome some of these obstacles and blocks and really move through and start achieving your goals and take advantage of this lucky, expensive Jupiter in your 1st house. So thank you so much for joining me, Taurus. I will see you again for your astrology reading next month. Welcome to Pisces season, Gemini, Sun, Moon and Ascendant. Now the Pisces has entered your 10th house, which is your house of career and your public face. So here I feel like we could be looking at boundaries or buckling down to around boundaries, having boundaries or overcoming issues around boundaries. It's also working to understand more that you're more than just a public face, or you're more than just a physical body. You're also needing to tap into your spiritual energy as well. And if you can incorporate both your spiritual energy and your public face, then that's even better, working those two things together. Now, the beautiful Geminis, you're all about communication and all about being social at times. Now here I'm seeing for you as a time of enjoying abundance. What we've got here is the 9 of Pentacles, and that's your abundant card. So I feel the energy for you is about time to reap those rewards. I'm feeling for you also there is strategy here. So there's a strategy card, and the strategy is all of your hard work and hard planning is about to pay off. So here, because we had the harvest as well, which is the death card in the tarot, but it's all about the harvest. So it's time, you know, working hard, dedication will lead to a good result. And here that's to do with the sacrifices that you have made. Now I'm seeing here with the Hangman in reverse, it's saying it's now time to stop with those sacrifices. So where you have buckled down perhaps and you've gone without, it's saying that it's time now to you've built yourself a good foundation because of it. It's time to enjoy that abundance. It's time to take a breather and have some fun. It's, Gemini, because you're one of those fun signs. So it's all about taking time now to enjoying the fruits of your labor. So where you have buckled down, you've made sacrifices. Now it's time to enjoy the abundance and the strong foundation that you've created for yourself. Now what I'm seeing, there is a warning card coming up for you, Gemini. Let me see where that is. It will be different for everybody, but for you, Gemini, the Saturn in your 10th, which is also where your Pisces is sitting at the moment, and that's your public face. We have your Jupiter going into your 12th house, and that is expanding your meditation, expanding your connection to spirit. So expanding the energies of being not here or there. So it's almost like, how do I say that? It's almost like I am getting a protection card actually here as well. So what I'm seeing is protection. I want you to remember your white light protection, or whatever protection ritual you're using, because I am seeing you expanding your growth, or your spiritual growth, or your connection, your spiritual connection. You might be having more downloads over this Pisces season. You might be having more of an ability to be able to tap in, but there is a caution card here for you, Gemini, and there is a protection card. So it's asking you to make sure you've got protection around you. So it's both your spiritual protection, but it's also protection around your public face as well. So here we're seeing, because of your Saturn in your public face, could be putting a few obstacles in your path, and it's just asking you to be prepared for that and just to protect yourself in that way. So use a bit of strategy here, strategy to think about some outcomes and some strategies in place for all situations. It's just saying really be prepared at the moment, and really just be open to the changes. There's changes coming in around you, and it's also harvest, but it is also changes around you. So I feel like the changes will require a bit of planning and strategy, but I'm feeling that sense of needing to just be prepared for anything here over the next Pisces season for you, Gemini. Now I'm seeing also, coming back up to your tarot, it's saying that you may need to, when it comes to the changes, because we have the Knight of Swords in reverse sitting on top of the Death card. So what's that saying is that you just need to hold back for the moment. Don't go charging in. Just think about things a little bit more, and it's sitting side by side with the strategy card of thinking and planning. So here it's saying, and I know, Gemini, that you are planners. Your mind is always going, but it's saying just hold back on rushing forward at the moment. Just really think about things very carefully. It's almost like you're having to set things up, or be 2 steps ahead is what it is. Thinking about 2 steps ahead for you, Geminis. Now I am also seeing that this beautiful foundation, and they're both Pentacle cards. So we've both got the 9 and the 4 of Pentacles, and they're both in the upright position. So that's telling me that it's a beautiful time over the Pisces season for you to reap the rewards and the benefits of your hard work and your planning. So let's see what else is happening for you. We've got Pluto sitting in your 9th house for Gemini ascendants. 9th house is all about travel, overseas travel. It can also be about higher education. It's also about philosophies and wanting to really get in and get the truth of things, of what's going on in the world. So because you're a Gemini, you're very you're wanting the facts, you're wanting the knowledge. Now this is the 9th house is your, almost like it's your opposition sign. So it's the sign, both are knowledge. Gemini is knowledge from learning from people around you, asking questions, getting the facts, getting the information. Sagittarius, which is the 9th house, is about learning from doing. So being out there in the world, learning from travel, learning from exploration, learning from doing, really. And here I'm seeing also higher education as well. It's coming to the forefront here for you. Now we have Pluto in this house, for the 9th house for you, Gemini ascendants, which means you're going to be experiencing transformation over the next 20 years in those areas. So in those areas of exploration, education, philosophy, and how you see the world. So we're about to open our eyes a little bit more. Perhaps it might challenge some of the philosophies that you currently hold dear. They might change over the next 20 years, but we've got some big transformations coming around that area for you, Gemini. So we have Jupiter in your 12th house, and that's expanding your connection to spirit. And we have Saturn and Pisces sitting in your 10th house. We also have very busy house between the 8th and the 12th. 8th house is where you're wanting the truth seeking. So it's really digging in deep, exploring, really getting in there and going deep and understanding the world, and really not being afraid, because we also have that Pluto energy as well in the 9th. So it's not being afraid to really get in and understand the philosophies of the world. That means you want to know how the world works, what's really going on in the world, and you want the truth. You want to be a truth seeker. You want to have your eyes open. You want to know what's going on. You don't want to be blinded anymore. I feel like, so if you currently don't have your eyes open, and I feel like a lot of you already do have your eyes open, you're going to start to see a lot more new things coming up where your eyes will be open, or opportunities to have your eyes open and be awake and aware, Geminis. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back next month for your astrology reading, Gemini. Welcome to Pisces season, Cancer, Sun, Moon and Ascendants. what's really going on with your relationships and your emotions. These are going to be brought to light over the current Pisces season for you, Cancer. So let's take a look at what's going on with the stars, and then we'll go look at your reading. So you currently have Pisces in your 9th house, and that's where you're expanding your knowledge and expanding your exploring new ways of thinking. So it's about getting big with those ways of thinking. Now, Saturn being also sitting in that sign, it's also Saturn is wanting you to so Saturn is sitting in Pisces at the moment, and it's asking you to buckle down with where you need to put up boundaries or bring boundaries down. There's issues around boundaries, and it's asking you to work through those over this current Pisces season. Now, we'll be working to understand more that your body is more than just a physical body, it's a spiritual body as well, and we'll really be incorporating that into your life over the next few weeks while we have the Sun in Pisces. Now we have Jupiter sitting in your 11th house, and that's your house of friend groups and community. So perhaps you're looking at expanding your friend group or expanding your access into the community. So it's almost like you're wanting to start doing something new, join a new social group. It's about expanding your energies here over the next few weeks for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon and Ascendant. Now what I'm seeing in your cards, we have the 2 of Wands in reverse, we have the Sun in reverse, we have the Queen in reverse, and we have the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is sitting here proudly, and he is followed by a line of things in reverse. So that could also be issues coming in from the past, or it could actually be hurdles or obstacles that's sitting around. I'm feeling one of those. It could be like a lack of planning or a lack of motivation going on around some of you, but I'm feeling like it could also be a little bit of a dark time for some of you as well. It's like your beautiful sun is not shining for you, and you are the Cancer, you're ruled by the moon. So here I'm feeling like you are perhaps sitting in more of that moon energy, and it's like you're really weighed down by emotions at this time. I'm seeing you're very busy planets. All the planets currently at the moment are sitting between your 7th and the 11th house. This part of your chart is really heavy with planets at the moment, and that can be anywhere from relationships, your public face, your friend group. So it's all about you with other people or you on the outside world. It's not what's going on inside of you on a personal level, it's things that's going on around how you interact with others, being friend groups, social communities, being your public face, your job, your relationship. So all these things are playing out there. There's a lot going on. It's very busy activity in that part of your chart. We have Pluto going deep into your 8th house, Cancer Ascendant. And what that means is that Pluto is the planet of transformation. It does rule the 8th house, and it's sitting in your 8th house. So it is saying that right now it's about going deep, not being afraid to go deep and look at why things are happening the way they are. Look at the signs that's going on around you. Look at don't just brush them off, anything that you're seeing and it's giving you that kind of gut feeling or that strong intuition, because we have that strong intuition being Pisces at the moment will heighten your intuition in your 9th house, which is your quest for truth and understanding, and we have the Pluto in your 8th house, which is your wanting to dig deep and find out what's really going on. So both of these are playing out for you at the moment in Pisces season, Cancer Ascendant. Now I'm feeling here, because we have the Queen and the King sitting right next to each other, we're talking about relationships here, and because we also have a lot of activity going on in your 7th house as well, we could be bringing things up around relationships. Now for some of you that are not currently in relationships, it could be that we're bringing in a new relationship of some sorts, whether that's friend or romantic partner, because we're seeing activity in both the 7th, the 10th and the 11th house. So that could be new partner or new people coming into your life. It is asking you at the moment, it's almost like your judgment's a little bit clouded by your emotions. So here we're asking you to look at open your eyes a little bit. Here, strategy, think carefully, assess the people, don't rush in. Here we've got the delay card, the Hangman, and it's saying don't rush in. Don't rush into any new relationships. Really just dig deep into these because of this Pluto in the 8th house. Go deep within you. And for some of you, it's also about sharing deep with other people, because we have very busy activity going on in your people houses, your 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. We it's about deeply sharing yourself with other people. But the cards that I have here are saying don't rush in. You need to be quite strategic about these things. Think about things before you do them, is what it's saying. For some of you, I see you walking away from a current situation. That current situation could be anywhere between your 7th and 11th house, which means that could be your 7th house relationships, partners, even business partners. It could be your 10th house of your career, which you could be walking away from your job. It could be your 11th house of friend groups or community. You could be leaving a social group that you've been with for a long time, or a friend group, or a friend that you've had for a long time. I see for you, things are being brought to the surface, especially with this Pluto in the 8th house and the Saturn in the 9th house. I'm feeling like things are going to be brought to light for you, Cancer ascendant. So I'm feeling like, and even actual or Cancers, so I'm seeing the Sun, Moon and Ascendant, because your cards are saying the same thing. Your cards are saying that it's a time of darkness, but we're really we're finding the need that we need to dig deep here, and we need to see what's really going on in the relationships around you. Okay, so some of this could be a distant memory. Here we've got the memory card, and it's saying that for some of you, this could have been things that have happened in the past. Especially because I said I've got all these reverse cards sitting here, and for me, sometimes I read reverse cards meaning that they're issues or traumas playing back from the past, coming back to haunt you or coming back to be healed. So here I'm seeing that it's a distant memory from the past, and here it's delays. So things that have been really hard for you to let go of, or that you've been tied to these traumas, or tied to these emotions, or tied to relationships that have maybe failed in the past or not been so good in the past, and it is affecting you currently at the moment. Here it's saying there's some things that you may need to walk away from, and it could just be those traumas or those bad feelings that you're holding on to from the past. For some of you, that's what you're walking away from. For others, you're actually walking away from some people that have been that are giving you a bit of grief or darkness at this time. I am seeing a bit of a lack of planning here. The card of 2 of Wands in reverse is saying there is a little bit of a lack of planning going on, where we've got the strategy card, which is urging you to be a little bit more strategic in your thinking. So having that Pluto in that 8th house, it's a planet that is very brave and quite happy to take things to the most extreme level, jumping out of planes, or that's kind of that energy of really not being afraid to go deep with emotion or go deep with what situations are playing out around you. But it is asking you to be strategic around it. Don't just dive in or go deep or go to the extreme. Don't just think the extreme too. With readings like this, sometimes we're very quick to think about, okay, you're saying there's issues around relationship, very quick to think of the most extreme situation. What these cards are saying is don't do that. Don't jump straight to the extreme thinking. It's saying, have some planning, really look into things, but don't just think the worst, because that could just be coming from past traumas or past bad experiences that you've had that are really not current in your current relationship. So it's asking you to try and find that fine line of what you've been through in the past that has made you skeptical or jealous or cautious, and it's asking you to work out what is your issues from the past and what is really going on around you now, and kind of not mix the two. I'm not sure if I'm making myself clear enough here. It's the sense that I'm getting here is that for some of you, it's like you're overacting, perhaps overreacting to a situation because of something that had happened in the past, and it's asking you to maybe let bygones be bygones, is what I'm hearing. Forget about those issues of the past and realize whatever situation that's come up around you now is different. It's not the same. Even if it's similar, it's different. So it's asking you not to react as harshly as what you did in the past, or act harshly because of the past. It's asking you to make each situation separate and deal with each section or situation accordingly, and not based on some other situation that's going on around you or some other experience that you've had in the past. So I think I've got everything for you. I also have the only other 2 cards that I haven't read here is a sense of feeling insecure could be coming up around you. Now I'm also feeling, because we've got that Scorpio going deep, it could also be you kind of, and as I said, it's a time of darkness with the sun in reverse, so it could also be you going deep into your past traumas or deep into your own emotions. And it's not, as what I'm seeing here is, and it could be making you feel either ungrounded or insecure. And bringing up some issues around you. So what I'm saying in this situation is, don't forget to find the light, don't forget to find the sun, because here with the sun in reverse, it's bringing darkness, and also that Pluto in the 8th house of wanting to go deep into the darkness. It's saying that you've got to also remember that you need to find the light as well, and you need to have that good amount of sun and light around you. Now I'm also seeing here with the King of Cups, it's saying that there's a level of emotional security around you. So things that have played out in the past, because we have the past card here, now you're more mature. So it's saying you will be able to handle the situation a lot better than you did in the past. So don't be afraid, because the Pluto is not afraid to go deep with these things, but it's saying that don't confuse them with things that have happened in the past, because the situation is very different. They're not the same. So don't treat them as the same. So hope you got something out of that, Cancer. I will see you again for your astrology reading next month. Welcome to Pisces season, Leo, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Here we're going to have a look at what's going on in the stars for you, Leo, but we're also going to take a look at the tarot cards as well. Now I'm feeling for you, Leo, it's saying don't be fooled again, or this time you're not going to be fooled. So you're better, stronger person this time around, and you're not going to be fooled this time. Now for you, we have Pisces sitting in your 8th house. 8th house is your house of sharing yourself with others, your deep sharing commitments with others. It's also about power struggles sitting here for you, and this is what I think is playing out around you, Leos. It's some kind of power situation or power struggles, because I'm seeing boundary issues here going on, because we have Saturn sitting in Pisces is asking you to buckle down with the boundaries or issues around having boundaries. Perhaps you need more boundaries with the people, or perhaps you need to drop your guard a little bit. It's one or the other, but I feel like it's more likely to you to be you need to maybe have some boundaries. There could be issues around power struggles here for you, Leos, and that could be issues with either you wanting to assert your dominance. I have the beautiful Queen of Cups in reverse, but I also have the Knight of Cups sitting here as well. Both of them are talking about deep sharing relationships as well. It's about how you share your energy or share the most secret parts of yourself with other people. Now I'm also feeling like Jupiter being in your 10th house is expansion in your career, so that's good news for you, Leo ascendant. We have Jupiter, the planet of luck and expansion, is entering in, or is sitting in your 10th house, and that's where we're seeing lots of beautiful opportunities for expansion, making money, feeling secure or feeling confident in the areas of your career. So I feel like you're really blossoming in these areas. Now we have Pluto sitting in your 7th house. This is your house of relationships and partnerships, and here Pluto will sit here for 20 years, and this is for Leo ascendants. It's going to be sitting here for the next 20 years, and we're going to be finding a little bit of shake-up going on around your relationships here for you, Leo ascendants. And that's why I'm seeing here, and I think it's related to boundaries, how much of yourself you give to other people. It's your deep sharing and you giving too much of yourself and not being reciprocated. I feel that could be some of the issues around you. I'm feeling like the Knight of Cups in reverse is saying that don't rush in and give so much of yourself. You need to hold some back, because I feel like you need a nice balanced, fair energy playing out for you here, Leo ascendants. Now it's saying don't be overgiving. Now I'm coming back here to all Leo, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. And it's saying that you do need to learn from the past. What experiences have you been through in the past, and you need to learn from these. That's what it's saying. Don't be fooled again. You're stronger because of the things that you go through. These things mean that these lessons that we learn are lessons that you're not going to have to go through again. So that's what I'm feeling for you, Leos. It's like you're it's making you stronger. What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, and I'm feeling that, especially because we have Saturn and the Sun currently sitting in your 8th house. The 8th house, this is deep transformations also carry out here in the 8th house. It's the house of inheritance, deep transformations, sharing yourself with others on a very deep way, and it also power struggles and play out here as well. So I'm feeling like there's a lot of activity going on here as well, but it's saying you need to learn from the past, and these things are going to make you stronger in the future. But it is the Queen of Cups in reverse is giving me that sense that you need to be not too overgiving, or not be with the Knight of Cups in reverse. It's saying don't rush in. It's only fools rush in. So don't be too quick and eager to rush in and give all of yourself and not be reciprocated and receive some back for yourself. I'm seeing here that you need to step away from conflict. So I'm getting that from the Five of Swords in reverse, and I'm feeling that sense is coming from your so stepping back your energy from conflict is coming from your Pluto in your 7th, and that's where there's deep transformations happening around relationships. So just be cautious around any kind of conflicts that's going on here. We need a bit more rational in the way they're dealt with, and not a very because Pluto and the 8th house is quite emotional. It's the Scorpio house, so I'm feeling you need to be careful not to be venomous here. So the 7th of Cups is just asking you to really focus yourself at this moment. Focus on expanding yourself, getting more education, more knowledge. We have the information card here. It's about expanding your information, and that's the other thing about your Pluto. It's the transformation. I'm seeing Jupiter in your 10th. We've got busy activity going on between your 7th and your 10th house. There's a lot of planets sitting there at the moment, which means there's lots of things happening around the work you do for others, how much you give of yourself to others. Now this is not just with relationships, this is just in general. So you give your time to others very freely, and you don't always get compensated for that correctly. So what I'm feeling here is both in service to others, I feel like you can be very overgiving, and you need to maybe pull away from that a little bit, focus a little bit more attention back onto yourself, because I'm seeing here that you need to get centered. So beautiful Leos, with your beautiful generous energy, it's saying that you do need to remember to keep some of that beautiful sparkly radiant energy back for yourself, because you can be overgiving, and what that does is deplete your energy, and that will affect your immune system on a physical level. So it's saying that you share your beautiful generous self and your beautiful energy, because that lights up other people, but make sure you're not giving away all of you to everybody, because I feel like this immune system card has come up in your spread, and that's saying that it's a sense of feeling depleted. Now I'm also sitting right here next to the medication it could even be, but it's saying this is a meditation card, and the meditation card is saying that it's time just to center yourself as well. Center yourself back into your own energy, charge yourself up with beautiful energy. Now you can see generally meditation is usually done inside, but this picture here you can see sitting outside, so that's sunlight energy, because you're really charged by the sun, you're ruled by the sun, Leo. So it's about maybe even taking some time to get out and sit out on the grass. You can see she's sitting outdoors and really being fueled by that sun. So the sun fuels you, and that allows you then to spread your beautiful generous light to others, because what I feel like over here with the Queen of Cups in reverse, you are very beautiful and giving and generous, but I feel like you're giving without recharging, so you're forgetting to charge yourself back up again, and that could be affecting your immune system here. So I'm seeing here a need to get some new knowledge, and more new education is coming your way. For others, it could be exciting news is coming your way, because we have the eagle here delivering a parcel. So that could be something really exciting that you're holding out to get, because it says hanging there, things will get better. So it could be something that you've been waiting for a long time is finally coming into fruition for you. So I see a great amount of focused intention around you, and it's about stepping away from conflict and other people's dramas and focusing on building your own energy, because that can be quite depleting on your energy, Leo. Okay, thank you so much for joining me, Leo. I'll see you again for your astrology reading next month. Welcome to Pisces season, Virgo, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Now, Pisces is sitting in your 7th house along with its Saturn at the moment. So this reading is for Pisces season. So as long as the Sun is sitting in Pisces, then this reading will apply. So here I'm seeing Saturn and Pisces sitting in your 7th house, Virgo Ascendant. Now this is your house of other people, working with other people, being relationships or partnerships. And here I'm I'm seeing you need to work on boundaries around this. Here is boundaries because Saturn is about buckling down and Pisces is all about boundaries, having boundaries with other people, working on boundaries, not being too open where you're taken advantage of, Virgo. Now I feel like your beautiful service to others be taken advantage of over this time, and I'm seeing it played out in your house, your 7th house, as I said, your place of relationships. We also have Jupiter sitting in your 9th house, and beautiful Jupiter is the planet of luck and expansion, and that is playing out in your area of seeking truth and exploration. It's about travel, it's about higher education, philosophical quests. So here I'm seeing this expansive need within you, Virgo ascendant, to want to get more information and more knowledge about what's going on out in the world. I see a lot of planets sitting in the 5th to 9th house for you, Virgo, which means there's a lot of activity going on in your 5th house of enjoyment and creativity, your 6th house of service to others, your 7th house of relationships, your 8th house of sharing yourself deeply with others and power structure, power issues, as well as your 9th house of exploration. Cards that I've pulled for you, Virgo, are the 4 of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the 5 of Cups, and the 10 of Swords. Now for you, I feel like we're letting some things go. So here I'm seeing a couple of challenges going on around you. Now let me just tap in and see what else is going on with your Pluto is in your 6th house. 6th house is Aquarius energy, because I see that because we're breaking free from feeling trapped, and that's a very Aquarian type energy here, and we have Pluto sitting in Aquarius. So Pluto is in your 6th house, and that's funny because that's your house, Virgo. Virgo's the 6th house. So these are all tying together, being that you feel very bound by, for some of you could feel very bound by, you know, your obligations, how much you feel you have to do for other people, how much you want to do for other people, but I'm feeling like it's a need of feeling very contained because of it. So because we're talking about Pisces season, Pisces is all about looking at boundaries, and we're looking at Saturn in Pisces being buckling down and really getting in and working out what needs to be done to sort out where you need to have boundaries, Virgo. So how much of yourself do you give to others? How much do you do for others? I'm seeing also here for some of you it could be issues around perfectionism as well. That's a Virgo trait, but I'm seeing Saturn's asking you to crack down on these things. It's asking you to put up boundaries where they're needed. Now I'm seeing it very busy, as I said, between your 5th and the 9th, and your Pluto is sitting in your 6th house of Aquarius, which is saying it's time now to break free from those old ideals, things that have held you back before, your obligations and responsibilities that are weighing you down. Perhaps it's time for you now to cut some of those strings, let go of some tethers is what I'm hearing for you. It's feeling also on an energetic and spiritual level, because we're talking Pisces here. Pisces is your spiritual planet. It's your spiritual sign, your sign of intuition, but I'm feeling the need for you to have to cut cords. Here's what I'm getting, because it's making me do cut and tethers, so cutting cords for you. So where you might want to help other people, I'm feeling like people attach energetic cords to you that continue to drain you. So I'm feeling like if you're experiencing that, Virgo, then you need to energetically, spiritually cut some of these cords that are draining you, or pull your power back. Just put it out there, your intentions to the universe, that you want to pull your own power back to yourself. So that's what I'm feeling like is needing to go on around you. I feel like there's some challenges going on around you, Virgos, and it's saying some of these challenges and feeling uprooted. This I feel like is playing back to the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords is an end of situation. So you're done with something. You've had enough of it. So if you've had enough of these people treating you like they're treating you, because as I'm seeing here, it's again very busy in your house of people, which is your house of relationships with other people, and service to others, being your 6th house. So I see a lot of activity going on in these 6th and 7th house for you, Virgo, which means you can be feeling quite drained from from it. And I'm feeling like a sense of you're saying you're just done with how you're being treated, and it's like here's you pulling up the roots out of the ground, and it's like you're either uprooting yourself and moving, or you're uprooting the situation. It's like you're not going to be putting up with this anymore. Now I'm seeing new beginnings coming up around you, Virgo, but this is also a sign of putting up a beautiful protective egg around you as well, and protecting yourself, because where I'm seeing all these tethers coming from you of people draining you, I feel like you need to energetically cut these cords and protect yourself with a beautiful auric egg or a beautiful white light of protection that needs to go up around you, Virgo. I'm seeing here you're needing to ground yourself as well, and it's saying you need to get back to earth. But I'm also seeing up here the Four of Swords in reverse is saying it's now time, rest time is over. It's time to get back out to it. So wherever you've been holding back or unmotivated or feeling like you're taking a break from something, it's time now to get back to it, because it's saying get back to earth. It's time to get back to it. So if you've left your job, or you semi-retired, or you left to raise kids, now it's time to get back out there and get back into the world. Find yourself again is what I'm seeing for you. I am seeing the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and it's saying right now you need to hold on to your money. So instead of just spending, I feel like you could be regret spending when you do. So there could be some kind of losses through gambling, a speculation. I'm hearing, but it feels to me like stocks and shares, things like that, or just spending money and then feeling regret after is what I'm getting around it. So I'm seeing maybe that is what's coming to an end, that sense of spending without, or spending to make yourself feel better. So let's see what else is coming up for you, or what I've missed for you, Virgo. You've got beautiful Jupiter is currently sitting in Taurus. About Taurus, it wants to feel safe and secure. It wants to feel like it has everything it needs, and these energies are really expanded. And because this for you, it's a trining energy, both here are earth signs. It's for you, it's heightened energy. So it's a real need to want to feel safe and secure, feel confident, feel like you're doing enough. Both here are really earth signs, very practical signs, very getting boots on the ground and doing the work. But I'm feeling like this is expanded, so the opportunities will come from this. And I'm feeling it's quite beautiful energy around you. And I'm feeling like it's also how you make your money. Taurus is second house, so Taurus is about ability to make money. So there could be some opportunities coming your way to make more money. So here I'm seeing Pentacles are sitting in reverse, but it's saying it's time to get back out there, which is why I'm feeling that it's kind of work related, or get out there and make some money. So whether that's a side hustle, it's saying that it's a really good energy for you at the moment to get out there and make some money, Virgo. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be back next month with your astrology reading. Welcome to Pisces season, Libra, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. So I have pulled for you the 10 of Wands, the Lovers card in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, 5 of Cups and the 8 of Cups in reverse. Now what's going on for you, Libra? We have Pisces has gone into your 6th house. 6th house is where you do for others, your service to others house. It's also about health issues come up here as well. And I'm feeling like here the sun is shining light on what's going on in these areas for you. So I was asking, it's shining a light on how much of yourself you give to others, or how drained you can feel, and it's also shining a light on any health concerns that's coming up around you, Libra ascendants. Now we also have Saturn sitting there in the 6th house as well. We're sitting in Pisces at the moment, and it is saying that it's time to buckle down with your boundaries. So here I'm seeing it's your 6th house, so it is your house of no boundaries. Yeah, you're giving yourself freely. So here I'm seeing you need to put a few issues. There could be some issues coming up over Pisces season for you, Libra ascendants, where you need to have boundaries with other people. Now I'm seeing here that you can be overloaded. The 10 of Wands is indicating that you're either taking on too much or you're doing too much for others, because that can make you feel overloaded. And I'm feeling like with the Lovers in reverse sitting right next to that, it's saying that you've got some choices ahead of you, some choices that you need to make for yourself, so for your health. So you need to decide on what things you can let go of as far as your demands from other people, or how much you help other people. We have Jupiter sitting currently in your 8th house, so expanding energy in the 8th house. This can be control issues here. It can be also being brave and pushing yourself beyond boundaries, beyond comfort zones, so pushing yourself and being fearless. It's a really fearless place to be here with the 8th house, and the energies are really heightened because of that Jupiter energy. So it's also could a sense be giving you or making you a little overconfident to do things that are really on the edge or really extreme. So whether that's jumping out of a plane, bungee jumping, all of those kind of things, it's that really expanded energy in that kind of 8th house type way. Now I'm seeing here you've got a lot of activity going on into your 4th to your 8th house here, Libras. So it's saying your 4th house here is your family, your home, your inner psychology, as well as your 5th house of creativity and fun, your 6th house of service to others and how much you do for others, where we have Saturn and the Sun currently sitting. And also we have the 7th house of relationships and 8th house of sharing yourself deeply with others and control issues. So there's a lot of activity happening in these areas for you, Libra ascendant. So I'm feeling like this is where some of these things could be raised for you. So you've got some choices that need to be made for you while we're in Pisces season over the next few weeks. I'm seeing some mental blockages around. It's like you're not being able to express yourself very clearly. Now you're an air sign, Libra, so normally you're very good with thinking and thought and processing and expression, because the sign of Libra is the sign of air, which is also the sign of the swords, and I have the Ace of Swords for you. It is in reverse, so there is some issues with this being very clear communication or clear expression or clear mental thoughts. So you could be feeling a little bit foggy and vague, and I feel like this could also be coming in because of the Pisces season. Now Pisces is all about intuition and tapping into your spiritual energy, but Pisces energy could also be about delusions and seeing what's real and what's not, or kind of feeling a little bit daydreamy and vague. And I'm feeling like that kind of unclarity in the mind. It's what's coming up around you because we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and that is also related to the Sun being in Pisces sitting in your 6th house. So 6th house is how you the service work that you do for others, but also your mental health. So you could be getting headaches. We're bringing it back up into the head here. So it could be like mental fatigue, it could be tiredness, it could be brain fog, these things playing out for you in kind of a health way going on. Now I'm seeing here also Pluto is sitting in your 5th house, and Pluto is going to be sitting there for the next 20 years. It's a generational planet, so it stays in a sign for quite a long time, and it's sitting there for the next 20 years, so I believe up to 2044. So it's this activity or deep transformations are going to be taking place in your 5th house of creativity and pleasure seeking. So here it could be having children also fits here as well. So there could be some great changes and transformations coming in these areas for you. You could be getting, new creative outlets. You could be getting, the urge to want to actually enjoy your life and have fun. These kind of things are coming up. So what that then will do is it will put an end to anything that's preventing these things from happening. So it's going to be some changes that's taking place in these kind of area that's going to allow you to actually get more enjoyment, be more creativity, and achieve some of those goals in your life. So Saturn is asking you to have Saturn in Pisces, where the Sun is currently sitting in Pisces season. It's asking you to really buckle down with boundaries in the 6th house of how much of yourself that you give to other people. So that's what's coming up around you in the stars, Libra. So let's take a look again here at the cards. I'm feeling like your 8 of Cups in reverse is in upright position. It's 8 of Cups is about walking away from something, but here it's saying, maybe you might regret walking away from something and not finishing it, or maybe you have some kind of regrets coming up for something you walked away from in the past, and that could give you regrets. Or maybe you're thinking about walking away from something, but you're thinking that you might regret it in the future, or you might have some kind of, or they're holding some kind of regrets about actually walking away from something. But the sense here is a 5 of Cups shows me loss and regret, and this 8 of Cups in reverse is you thinking you'd like to walk away, but thinking you'd like to complete it, or thinking you might have regrets about not finishing what you started. So I am seeing some challenges coming up with that Ace of Swords in reverse, and that's mental. It's how you're thinking. So, you know, your thoughts around this. So that's where I'm feeling like you might feel like you might have some loss and regrets if you walk away from something. I'm feeling like this could be playing out in your head as well. Now, I am seeing for you some improvements on the horizon for you, Libras, and I'm feeling like it could be coming in the form of healing. And because we have Pisces season playing out in your 6th house of health, I feel like this is a really great time to shine the light. The sun shines its light on your health and really getting to the root of what's causing you to feel like you do. So maybe a few more appointments with your local GP or doctor or your naturopath, or whatever kind of form of healing that you do. Maybe some more energetic healing is needed for you, but I'm feeling like you really need to get in touch with some more healing around you, Virgo. So we're shining a light on that here. As I said, we have the sun sitting in your health sign, which is your 6th house. So your health, so we have the sun sitting in the 6th house, which is the health house. It's also your service to others, but it's also where the health sits as well. So we're shining a light on what little things are going on within your body and making you feel this way. We're getting some information. Things are going to start to line up, and I'm also feeling like you could be doing a bit of a chakra balance as well. So working through all your chakras and making sure you're getting really good balance throughout all of your life, or every area or aspect of your life, getting some better balance there. Now, I'm also feeling here we've got the Mystic Arts card, and that's because we are in Pisces season, and Pisces is all about intuition and tapping into your spirit team, understanding we're more than just a physical body, we're also a spiritual body, and really tapping into that and really expanding on that. And I'm feeling like that's what's coming up for you in Pisces season, Libra. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you again for your astrology reading next month. Welcome to Pisces season, Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Okay, we have currently the sun sitting in Pisces, and that is playing out in your 5th house, Scorpio ascendants. So this is your house of creativity and, you know, children, also where you're pleasure seeking and your fun for life, your joy for life. This all plays out here. So this is where the sun is shining. The sun is shining on here, this, and saying this is what we want you to focus on. We want to focus on being creative and being, you know, having fun and getting enjoyment out of life. So it is saying also Saturn is sitting here in this house as well. So Saturn is asking you to buckle down, and it's asking you to have boundaries with some of these things. So understand, you know, what's work time, what is play time, and getting a bit of balance of what's going on around, you know, how much you work compared to how much you have fun, or how much you allow yourself to be creative compared to how much you are logical. So it's really getting that good balance here and having those boundaries to be able to make sure you're being fulfilled on all levels. So this is playing out here in the 5th house, and I'm seeing also here the Jupiter is playing out in your 7th house for you Scorpio ascendants, and that means we're expanding energy going on around relationships. So it's a great opportunity to take your relationship to the next level, or it could be a lot more energy coming into your relationships at the moment. So it's beautiful energy. Jupiter brings with it beautiful energy, so it's falling into your 7th house with your relationship. So make the most of this beautiful energy in your relationship, Scorpio ascendant. So here I'm seeing also that you've got a very busy 3rd house to 7th house. So here it's about communication and expression. We're looking at your family and yourself, your upbringing, your internal dialogue. We're also looking at your 5th house of pleasure seeking, and this is where everything's playing out with the sun at the moment and the Saturn in the 5th house for you Scorpio ascendant. Your 6th house is your service to others, and your 7th house is relationships. So I'm seeing a lot of planet activity going on in these areas for you Scorpio ascendants. So this is where the things are going to be playing out in your life over this time while we are in Pisces season. So you will see things coming to light here, and you will see the sun shining and bringing things to light in these areas, particularly bringing areas of your enjoyment and your creativity will come to life here. Now, Pisces is very tapped into intuition, also about boundaries. It's about in your connection to spirit and understanding that we're more than just a physical body, we're a spiritual body as well. So it's a great time to take an opportunity and take advantage of the energies that's around for you to be very creative in these things. So finding creative, divinely inspired things that's coming through to you, and really tapping into that energy and really making the most of it over Pisces season. Now I'm seeing for you your energy here in the cards. We're saying the strength is, we've got strength in reverse, we have the Hermit, we have Four of Pentacles, and we have Two of Pentacles. So for one thing, we're balancing out our finances, but we're also balancing out our physical body with our spiritual body, because we're talking here about Pisces season. Pisces is all about the spiritual side of ourselves, where your cards are showing the physical side. So we're really needing to get that good balance, and that's what we have. We have the Two of Pentacles, so it's really getting that good balance of between spiritual and physical, and really understanding, because Saturn is also sitting here in the Pisces house, sitting in Pisces, for you being the 5th house. It's getting that good balance of work life, play life, but also spirituality against physical life. It's really working on getting boundaries here and getting good balance here as well for you Scorpio ascendants. Also all Scorpios and Sun and Moon, we're looking at, you know, getting that balance of receiving, balancing finances, or getting that good balance between physical and spiritual. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles, so it's like you've built yourself a really good strong foundation of in your physical life, or your physical life, but we're now incorporating we're using this Pisces season to incorporate some of that spiritual creativity as well. So I'm feeling also here a sense of, and perhaps there's an opportunity coming over Pisces season for you to build a good foundation that will provide income for you that is related to creativity or spirituality. So there's an opportunity to jump on that one for you Scorpio ascendants or Scorpios. I'm also seeing the Hermit here is about reflecting and self-reflection. It's about really recharging your energy and understanding, you know, boundaries, because we have boundaries playing out here with the Scorpio as well, and the Saturn sitting in Pisces. So it's saying it's really understanding how much of you give to yourself. Now I'm also tapping in here Scorpio, because we have the Hermit, and the Hermit, like the Scorpio is not afraid to go deep into the dark places or the dark caves, and I'm seeing the Hermit here in the dark cave. So it's saying that you are having opportunities to bring light in the dark, so light to the darkness. So whatever's been plaguing you or depressing you, or you know, it's time to let the light in and let the light shine on these situations, because you can see here with the Hermit, he's shining a light in the darkness. So it's an opportunity to do that for you, and I feel like creativity is going to play a big, or spirituality will play a big important part to this. I'm also seeing the Strength card in reverse is indicating that it's time to just let go and let God. So here we're surrendering to the universe, it's surrendering to creation, and just saying, you know, whatever will be. Que sera, sera is what I'm hearing here for you Scorpio. So it's time just to trust and put your faith in the universe, and understand that things happen for a reason, and that you can trust that there is a plan and things are going to work out well for you. Things are happening the way they're meant to happen. Now I'm feeling also we have the social anxiety card. So for some of you it could be that there has been some darkness. As I said, we're looking for that little bit of lightness, that little bit of light in the darkness here. But it is saying that the light you'll find by letting go and surrendering, because this is the Strength in reverse. So that it's like digging deep for those resources of inner strength that you have, and really bringing that out. So bringing through all of your courage and your strength, and using that to overcome any darkness or mental things that's going on here, because this is depression and anxiety card, and it's about locking yourself away from everybody else. So it's saying we really need to find that light. But also I'm seeing here it could be health related. So it could be for some of you that you need to get hormonal balances in place. There could be some like hormonal health reasons for these things going on, but these you'll shine a light on getting that balance, or what the issues are going to be. I'm also seeing this card here, it says radiation. So it could be that you're needing a bit of a detox or a cleanse, or you're needing to move away from your phone for a little bit and have a bit of a blackout of radiation and just protect your energies in that way. I'm also seeing about the wisdom card is about choices and making the right choices, and the experiences that we go through make you wise, so you learn from what you go through. And I feel like you're going to take that energy of whatever you've been through, and it's going to make you stronger, it's going to give you more strength, and it's going to make you more wise as well. And I feel like you're going to use that, and you're going to be productive with that. So you're going to use that and turn that around and create something out of it. And right now the energies for you are 5th house. That's what we're in Pisces season. For you, that's playing out Scorpio ascendants in your 5th house. So it's about being very creative, using this energy to be creative and be productive, and finding joy too. Like, it's really about finding joy for you Scorpio ascendants or Scorpios, because I'm seeing a little bit of darkness and trying to find the light in the darkness. And here we're in Pisces season, 5th house, we're really looking at, finding where the joy is in your life and having a bit more fun. So you're really needing to focus on that while we have the sun in Pisces. So thank you for joining me, Scorpios, Sun, Moon and Ascendants. I will see you next month for your astrology reading. Welcome to Pisces season, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Ascendants. Something big is coming for you. There's something big on the horizon. I see money coming. I see either a big expense or a big purchase coming for you. So I'm seeing that you're needing to, the cards that I have for you are 4 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords in reverse, and the Page of Wands in reverse. Now what's playing out for you, Sagittarius, we have in this Pisces season, this is all playing out in your 4th house. This is your house of foundations, home and family. We also have some nest change coming up around you, so we've got a lot playing out for you over these next couple of weeks, Sagittarius. Things changing within your home. Changes to the home could mean renovations or change of furniture. It can be people coming to your home, people going from your home. Changes around your home. You could be moving, you could be buying, selling, change of rental house. So there is changes around your foundations, around your family and your home. This is playing out, and you need to make the wise decisions, but I'm seeing the abundance card here for you. So whatever is needed for you to make these changes or this to happen, the money is going to be there. I'm seeing with the 4 of Pentacles, you've got a strong foundation. So here we're seeing, again, we're coming back to 4th house. 4th house is all about your foundations. And here we've got the 4 of Pentacles, so we've got a very strong foundation. That's why I'm feeling like you're investing money, or you're putting money into a house or a home for somebody within your family. I feel like the energy here is sitting within changes around family and home for you. 6 of Pentacles is generous. It's all about giving and receiving. So it's all about receiving the money you need to make the changes to the house or living situation. It's also about giving. If you're a situation where you can be generous with your money and give to your family members to help them get themselves a home or somewhere to live, or you're opening your home to adult children perhaps coming back. So here that's what I'm seeing, the energy is really sitting and playing out for you, Sagittarius. So lots of opportunities around that. Now, the Knight of Swords is saying that you need to maybe hold back, make wise decisions. So the Knight of Swords normally is very quick and fast-paced, and he is quick to charge and move ahead. But the Knight of Swords in reverse is saying that you just need to deliberate a little bit. You need to think about it, because the Swords is a sort of thinking and planning and strategy. So it's saying maybe at this time be a little bit more strategic, sit back and think about things before you just rush in. Now, the Page of Wands in reverse, the Page of Wands in reverse, pages are in experience and new situations. So here I'm feeling like there's a little bit of unused potential going on around here. So it's about opportunities that are created that you need to take advantage of, even if they're new opportunities, or being able to make new opportunities where there is none. Learning from opportunities, learning from situations is what's going on around you. Now, this is a fire sign, so it's a sign of taking action, but in a creative way and a learning way. So learning from the situations that's going on around you in a very creative way, in a very getting experience from the situations going on. I am seeing the owl here. The owl is indicating that you need to be wise with your finances, but you also need to be wise with your decisions, because we are coming back to the Suit of Swords here as well. And also, Sagittarius, you are a fire sign, and here we have from your suit we have the Page. So we have the Page, which is an experience, so new creative opportunities perhaps for you, or learning from these opportunities. Now I am feeling wise decisions need to be made. So wise decisions around either money, finances, spending. So here it's saying don't spend unnecessarily, because there could be something coming up while we're in Pisces season where you will need to spend, or lend it, spend it, give it away. So here is either sharing with other family members, helping other family members with their housing situation. Here these things cost money, so it's saying don't just spend unnecessarily at the moment, because there's something big on the horizon for you, Sagittarius, something big coming that involves housing, family and money. Abundance, exactly what we have here is nest change and abundance. Here I'm also seeing the card of things that are going on in the background. So this I sometimes call gossip, gossip and behind your back, but I'm feeling like these things are playing out in the background. So it could be for like family members these are playing out for, and you're going to be the one that needs to give some of your time or some of your money to help them, to help family members. So I'm feeling, or perhaps family members are going to come to your rescue. There's some situation where you're having some kind of living situation where you're needing finances and family members will come to your aid. But I'm feeling like abundance is coming in some form, and I'm feeling like these things are playing out in the background. So there's help coming in the background, or you're helping something that's about to come forward for you. So let's see what else is going on around you. We've got Jupiter going in your 6th house, and the 6th house is your service to others. So that's expanding how much you have to help others, or how much you give to others. These areas, there's expansion going on here. We are busy there, and we've got Pluto going on in your 3rd house, Sagittarius ascendants. So Pluto is going to be there for 20 years. It's a generational planet, so it will sit there for quite a long time, which means there's major transformations going on around your communication, and that can be in the form of how you express yourself, how you ask questions, get facts, get information. That's very Gemini. It's very wanting to know answers, about you building on your skills of information, learning. It could be, going and doing a job that revolves around advertising, marketing, social media, playing out in the areas of expressing yourself, or being able to process and understand things a little bit better. This is all going on, and there's a great transformation coming in this area, which means things might come to an end for certain things. That's going to allow you to play out the energies here that's playing out in your 3rd house of expression and communication and gathering facts and information. So I think that's what we've got for you. So just wanted to say that Saturn's also sitting in Pisces. Saturn is asking you to buckle down with boundaries, because Pisces is all about having boundaries and understanding where you need to have boundaries and where you need to not have boundaries. And I'm seeing here Sagittarius, it's playing out around family, because we're in the 4th house for you. So it's saying that we need to have boundaries with family members. So here I'm seeing like maybe perhaps there's family members that always have their hand out for money. I'm thinking like adult children or something, and they've always got their hand out and asking for money. Here's where you need to have some boundaries around that, because I'm seeing that you've got some kind of major purchase or major thing coming up in the future that you're going to require money for. And I'm feeling like if your hand's always out giving to other people, you're not going to have it there when you need it. So here's the handout card, handing out money. So here I feel like it's playing out for some of you as well. So thank you so much for joining me, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Ascendants. I'll see you next month for your astrology reading. Welcome to Pisces season, Capricorn, Sun, Moon and Ascendants. Okay, you have currently Sun has gone into Pisces, and that's playing out in your 3rd house, house of communication. So this is going to affect how you express yourself, how you are heard by others, how you hear others, how you engage with others on an intellectual level, receiving facts, getting, wanting to know why, sparking that source of wanting to really understand things, but also it plays out in the area of social media, marketing and advertising as well, is what is being highlighted here over Pisces season for you Capricorn. Now I'm seeing also Saturn is also sitting in the 3rd house, and Saturn talks about boundaries because it's in Pisces. It's also about buckling down. It's about getting in and putting boundaries where they're needed, and that is about expression and communication. So are you not filtering what you say? Are you, it's asking you just to take a look at how you're barking orders or how you're expressing yourself, how your communication is. So it's about putting up boundaries here, also about how you're spoken to as well, and understanding and putting up boundaries if you're not being treated correctly in a verbal way here with the 3rd house of communication. Now I'm seeing Jupiter is playing out in your 5th house, and that's the house of fun. It's a house of creativity. Jupiter is a planet of expansion and growth. So here we're feeling there is lots of expansion, opportunities for expansion and growth playing out in your house of fun and creativity. So lots of creative energy and lots of energy encouraging you to get out there and enjoy your life. See a lot of busy houses in your 3rd to 5th. Busy, this is very busy. This is where all the planets are at the moment. So 3rd being your communication, you're wanting facts and information, expressing yourself. 4th house being your family, your foundations. 5th house being your communication, your fun and creativity. So there's lots of activity going on here, and this is what's illuminated for you over Pisces season. Pluto is your 2nd house. Now Pluto will be there for a couple of decades. Actually, it's 20 years. It is there until 2044. So there's great transformations coming for you around the 2nd house for you Capricorn ascendants, and that means you are having opportunities to expand or change how you make your money. So you could be looking for more creative ways, or more ways that's going to value you a lot more, value your skills a lot more, being paid what you are worth here. It's really what's coming to the forefront, and really what's going to be playing out over the next 20 years is what skills do you have, and are you recognized for your skills? It's about feeling worthy, feeling confident, understanding that you are worth your weight in gold, and you need to ask for that, because this is where the transformations are occurring for you over the next 20 years. So I'm seeing also it's where expansion is and feeling secure. It's also about making money, and it is in your 2nd house, and this is where this all plays out. So this is what's going on for you. Jupiter is sitting in its own house here. It's comfortable here, so big things are happening for you over this time. Now we are looking at Pisces season, and that's what we're looking at. What is the sun shining on at the moment for you Capricorn ascendant? The sun is shining on your communication, your expression, your learning and understanding. That's where a lot of things are going to be playing out. Saturn says that you need to buckle down on these things, and you really need to work hard with these things. Now I'm seeing in your cards we have the King of Swords in reverse, the 3 of Cups, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and we have the Nine of Wands upright. Now it's saying right now it's a really good time for you to muster all of your inner strength to achieve what you set out to achieve. This can be it's something that's very expressive, or your goals about getting to a certain place, or communicating or advertising yourself actually. So it's like being a spokesperson for yourself. So if you're good at something, you need to be the one that says it. I can do this. Put your hand up. I can do this. This is something I'm really good at. So it's that kind of energy is coming up. But it feels to me like you could be second guessed, or it's almost like you've got to prove yourself to other people. It's like you feel like you're not being recognized, or you're holding back in some way. Maybe you don't want to look like maybe you don't want to look like you know it all, or but I'm feeling like you're holding back in some way, and it's like all these people don't have faith in you is what I'm seeing for some of you. There's like a sense of people in the background not having faith that you're in your confidence level or your ability to do something, but it's saying that you have these skills, but it's saying For some of you, I'm getting the energy here with the King in reverse. It's saying don't abuse your power. Others that are currently in power, you have to be careful not to abuse your power. You need to hold back and have restraint where necessary. We're tapping into the energy of the King of Swords in reverse, as well as the Knight of Wands in reverse. These two together saying you need to hold back and restrain yourself from over verbalizing or over controlling or dominating in some way here. I'm seeing here the Three of Cups, and that's all about celebration and collaboration. So it's about working with others and, you know, getting a leg up from others, like getting others to help you get to where you want to be, but also helping others. It's not just about the climb and people pushing you up. It's also about pulling them up with you, is what I'm feeling here that's going on around you. It's about giving credit where credit's due to other people, and accepting credit or help from other people is what I'm picking up here as well. Seeing here that I'm seeing great success coming your way, Capricorns. Success is on the cards for you, or you're searching for where you're going to be successful or where you fit in. So what are you good at? The Nine of Wands, that's what I'm seeing here. It's like you trying to find yourself, find where you fit in. This person's carrying the torch out on their own. Well, there's all these people in the background, or all these torches or wands in the background. So it's you trying to find where you fit in, where you're going to have success. That's playing out for some of you as well, because there's a level of searching going on here as well. Here I am seeing again controlling nature. You've got to be very careful about being too controlling or over controlling or being controlled. There's control issues going on around you. It is saying whatever the situation you're in, these things will take time. And as I said, Pluto is in your second house and it's there for 20 years. So it could take time for you to actually find the confidence to take charge of a situation, or find that confidence to know that you've got the skills to do this, you can do this. And it's like really standing up for yourself and leading others, because I'm also seeing here that this here where she's carrying that torchlight, she's leading other people. Others are following lead and others will follow. But I'm finding that it's going to take some years for you to find that confidence, or it's finally time now for you to stand up and take the lead, and others will follow you, because I'm feeling like you're going to be very successful, or you've been very successful in your industry. So thank you so much for joining me, Capricorns. I will see you again next week for your astrology reading. Welcome to your Pisces season reading. Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Ascendant signs. Okay, you've got a lot going on in your chart, both your chart actually. For Aquarius ascendants, there's a lot of planets playing out in your first house, so it's a lot going on for you, Aquarius, at this time. And even your cards are saying how quickly things are going to happen and how much things are going to happen here for you. There's a lot we're working through a lot going on here, Aquarius. So Aquarius ascendants, we're seeing for Pisces season, where that is the sun sitting in Pisces, that is playing out in your second house. Your second house is where you feel valued, where you feel confident, where you feel like you have enough around you, safety and security. Also about how you make your money. So we've got the light shining on questioning how you can make money or how you make your money. It's also questioning on, your self-value, your worth. How much are you worth? This is you, the sun shining, and you questioning, am I valuable? Am I good at something? Can I do this? It's like the energy of, valuing your self-worth, or finding where you feel safe and secure in the world, not having to be, pay week to pay week. It's that sense of, feeling like you're making enough money from your skills that you have, because we're all about confidence here, and value and worth here is what's playing out in your second house. We also have Saturn here. Saturn is asking you to have boundaries about buckling down with these things, buckling down to make money, buckling down to use your skills or your values to create an income out of that. Because we have Pisces is all about boundaries. Boundaries can also come in the form of in a house like this, second house of making money. Boundaries can also be about having boundaries around your money as well, and your value and your self-worth as well. So because Pisces is all about boundaries and having issues with boundaries, sitting next to Saturn, it's all about having boundaries around making money, or about feeling valued, or feeling like you're putting your skills to use in a way that you can be paid for, is what I'm seeing around you, Aquarius. We have Jupiter in your fourth house. and that's your house of family. So there's lots of expansive energy coming up around your 4th house of home and family. So I'm feeling like you're wanting to either revamp your house or to make some changes around your house. But I'm also feeling we've got Pluto in your 1st house, and that's your you house. It's about your appearance, about your identity. It's about, you know, for you wanting to make great changes. Pluto's going to be there for 20 years, but I'm feeling like there's some big changes and transformations coming up around you, how you look, how you put yourself out in the world. All these changes are coming up around there. It's all about you here with Pluto, and those energies of changes and transformations, being brave, you know, taking things to the next level, not being afraid to, you know, do what needs to be done or go very deep with things. So this is all playing out for you, Aquarius. And we're seeing also Jupiter is in Taurus at the moment, and that is playing out in your 4th house, and your 4th house is your house of changes around house and family. So what I've got coming up for you in the cards over the Pisces season over the next 4 weeks is we have 8 of Wands. We have 4 of Wands in reverse, we have the Judgment in reverse, and we have the 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is a great card. It's about all your wishes coming true. It's about financial abundance and financial freedom is coming up around you. It's saying everything's going to work out. So if you're having money issues, it's saying things are going to work out. Now I am also seeing that you've been quite hard on yourself. It's because we have the Judgment in reverse. It's saying that you've been very hard on yourself, particularly in your 2nd house where your Saturn is. Second house, and that's your self-value, your self-worth. So I feel like you've been quite hard and very judgy on yourself, on your appearance, or on your skills or values, and it's almost like you're your biggest critic. And that's what I'm seeing for you. You are too hard on yourself. It's saying give yourself a bit of a break. Now I am seeing here with the 4 of Wands in reverse, it's saying you need to count your blessings around your family, and that's playing out because that's your 4th house. We have a very busy 4th house. There's a lot of planets playing out between your 2nd, 3rd, 4th house at the moment. Your 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th house. There's a lot of activity going on there for you, Aquarius. So I'm seeing your 4th house currently has Jupiter, and that's expansive around your home. So you could be either adding an extension onto your home, or, you know, getting more luxurious furniture, or it's like going bigger or bolder or kind of more elaborate in some way around your home or your family. And I'm feeling like you need to count your blessings for what you've got, but really focus on, you know, using this expansive energy in the best way that you can. Things are going to happen really fast for you. So what I'm seeing at the beginning here is the 8 of Wands. At the end I'm seeing the 10 of Pentacles. So the 8 of Wands is saying this is firing on all cylinders from the beginning. So at the very start of Pisces season, things are really revving up a notch, and things are going very, very fast, and this will pay out in the end. So things are going to work out very well in the end for you, but it's all happening so fast. I am seeing extreme emotions coming from this, because it's like a lot of the intensity of so much, and because we have some big transformations playing out here, transformations playing out in your 1st house, Aquarius. There's lots going on in your 1st house. It can make your moods go up and down quite a lot. It can be quite hard on your emotions, or your mood swings is what's playing out here. These things are playing out right in your face was what I'm seeing here. It's right in your face because it's playing out in your 1st house. All these planets are sitting in your 1st house, and they're big planets. Like the Pluto is massive. We also have, I believe, coming up at the end of the month, we have both we have Mars and Venus also sitting in there. Mercury will be sitting in there as well. So we've got lots playing out, Aquarius, in your 1st house. So big energies. So you've got to watch those mood swings. And also I'm seeing a level of reviewing your skills, reviewing past experiences as well. And we've got a little warning card that's coming up for you around past issues. Okay, people from the past, somebody from the past. I'm feeling like that's it's not on your astrology, but I'm feeling like it's in your cards that you've got to be wary or cautious of somebody from the past, and that's related to all these big things that's happening for you, Aquarius, because of your 1st house. You've got to watch eyes on you. So eyes on you is saying somebody from your past. Actually, it's past experiences, and eyes on you with the snake warning card here, and that's playing out because you're in public. It's like your public face or your changes, so changes that you're making to yourself, because we have Pluto in your 1st house, so changing your look even, so big changes and transformations going on around you. But somebody from your past could be throwing out some negative dark vibes your way. So protect yourself in that way. Just know that the universe will play things out the way they're meant to happen. People are just going through things, so you've got to understand that as long as you're putting up your protections, don't make a big deal out of this. It's not something that you want to engage in or you want to over dramatize. It's just saying there's just small things playing out. It could even be just small dramas coming to light from the past. I'm feeling because we've got a big transformation coming up for you, your identity and who you are, and so therefore anything that you've been through in the past traumas, they're going to come to light now. They're going to come for light for you to transmutate, make changes to transform, and for you to grow from over the next 20 years. So these things are coming to light at the moment for you. So it doesn't have to just be people with eyes on you. It can also be like past experiences that are coming up to the forefront, bubbling up to the surface, rising up in your face, because you need to work through those things right now in order for you to make these beautiful transformations that Pluto is bringing in your first house. So thank you so much for joining me, Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Ascendant. I will see you next month for your astrology reading. Welcome to your Pisces season reading, Pisces. So the sun is in your house at the moment. So here we have the sun energy shining on the Pisces energy of, boundaries and spirituality, intuition. We have all this playing out here in your first house for you Pisces ascendants. We also have Saturn in here. So Saturn is saying you need to have some boundaries it's asking you to buckle down with your boundaries here, Pisces, which I know that you aren't quite good at normally, but it's saying that Saturn is asking you just to put up a few boundaries and understand, we need work in different areas of your life. We're going to read further deeply into your reading to see where these lie, but I am also seeing that Jupiter's playing out in your third house of communication, so expansion is going on here. Lots of growth opportunities coming up for you in the areas of communication, which can be social media, can be advertising, marketing, learning new things, getting facts, getting information, expressing yourself. These are all playing out, and the energy here is huge. Also confidence increases in these areas as well for you over this time. I am seeing here also that you have Pisces busy first to third house. Lots playing out in your houses around your self-development. There's lots going on with you, lots of new changes. And we have Pluto playing out in your 12th house. Your house of 12th house is the house of Pisces, so lots going on for you Pisces. 12th house is a Pisces house of getting into contact with understanding there's more than just the physical body. We also have a spiritual body. Now Pluto going into this house is saying that over the next 20 years there's going to be lots of transformations coming up for you, transforming who you are, understanding and integrating all the aspects of yourself into your life here. So here on the cards we have 5 of Swords, we have the Page of Cups in reverse, we have the 2 of Swords in reverse, and we have the King of Wands in reverse, King of Wands upright. Now what it's saying for you is that you need to perhaps detach yourself a little bit from any battles that's going on around you. They're not your battles, they're not your fights. You need to detach yourself from this. I feel like there's a bit of decision going on around you. It's almost like you're at a crossroads. I'm seeing this with the 2 of Swords in reverse, is saying that you have a difficult choice to make. There's some kind of decision of direction or thoughts playing out in your mind. It's like you want to use your Piscean energy and pull back and detach yourself from the situation on a physical level, but it is saying that some things you have to fight for. You have to, there's some physical plane things that you do have to fight for. You do have to raise your energy where you need to. Here I'm also seeing with the King of Wands, it's quite a competitive energy is what I'm getting here. So I'm picking up energy of fierce competition, because we have the fighting card down the bottom. So there's some quite fierce competition energy coming up for you, and sometimes you do have to fight. So sometimes you don't, it's like you're wanting to detach yourself from it, but some things are worth fighting for, and it's saying you really need to get in there and be competitive in some situations, Pisces. So here I'm seeing the roll the dice, and it's saying you need to have very calculated moves here. So think about each move that you make before you make it, but you do need to make a move is what it's saying. You do need to roll the dice, and you do need to take chances and take risks. Also the King of Wands is also about taking risks. It's a risk taker. So the Aries energy is somebody that just gets in and just be the first to put the hand up and get it and get in and get things done. Quite competitive energy here. Leo energy is somebody that will put the hand up and say, I can do this, this, I can lead others, I can be a leader, I can show you the way, I can guide you. And this is what it's saying, especially since I'm seeing the big lion here as well, being the energy of Leo. I'm seeing that you need to get into this fight, put your line in this fight. You need to put your skills in this fight and say that you're a good leader too. Just because sometimes you look a little detached or you detach yourself from some situations doesn't mean you're not a good leader. It's saying here that you are a good leader. You've got really good skills, and I'm feeling like if you're very balanced in how you play these skills out, you're going to be very successful in this. But you have to do the work. It's about being here on a physical level and putting in the effort and doing the work and being noticed for doing that work. Also, it's this time where the sun is shining in your sign, Pisces. Make the most of it, have some fun, get out in nature, get out in the sun. It's saying get out and have a good time, find some enjoyment in your life, find what brings you joy, not just about feeling like you're battling physical things, having to be here in this what feels like a big battle or a big burden to be here on the physical plane, as opposed to being, detached and alone and wanting to get away from it all. But it's saying here you've got to remember to find the joy in life, and you've got to remember to put in the work as well. So thank you so much for joining me, Pisces. I will see you again next month for your astrology reading.